So some of you may have seen that Frozen CPU has once again closed its doors. The company behind Frozen CPU is putting more effort and time into their ModRite brand, which is mostly just accessories like fan silencers, RGB rings, mod mats, anti-static mouse pads, stuff like that. So they're no longer going to be selling anything like what you're about to see in this box, for example. So this is my last order with Frozen CPU for their closing sale, and it's sad to see them go once again. As some of you may remember, they came back around 2015-ish after having a fairly large meltdown and closure from the original owner, just firing everybody and closing the warehouse and not delivering orders. But they reopened and have been, for the most part, pretty good for ordering some odds and ends, which is pretty much what I've got in here. So I figured I'd just do a quick unboxing. It's nothing special. I really don't do these, so yeah, this is gonna suck. But here we go. This is a, I don't know, $300-ish order from Frozen CPU that I paid significantly less for. And right on top, we have some Silverstone sound vibration foam. Sound and vibration foam. Noise absorption. The old Silverstone standby. This stuff kicks butt. This is the stuff you'll find in like the Fortress FTO2, the Temjin series that did have foam in them. Some of them didn't. The Raven series. Like these are nice. I don't think they're 1/4 inch. I think they might be 1/8 inch, but they're nice thick foam pads, and they do a really good job of absorbing fan noise. I said vibration pad. I don't actually know if those are that fantastic for vibration. I opened this box earlier, so these are all out of order, but this was down below originally. It is now on top. This is cool. So back in the early 2000s and mid-2000s, Thermalright made a lot more third-party mod gear for enthusiast hardware and less of a focus on just doing CPU, GPU heat sinks. They did weird stuff. This is one of those weird things. At least to me. This is the, as you can see, 4870/4890 VRM heatsink. And you can't find these brand new anymore. I'm surprised Frozen CPU still had inventory. I think they said they had like 30 of these left. Now, I do a lot with old video cards. Obviously, I have a lot of 4870s and 4890s. The VRMs on those aren't necessarily the most susceptible to thermal damage, but it's still nice to be able to just slap something like this on them and have no issue with cooling. So this is, pop, actually kind of badass. It's got some heft to it. I mean, it's mostly aluminum, but it's not much of a joke. You can put a fan on there. It's got the little, you can barely tell. It does actually have the ridges to attach a fan to. I don't think it comes with a fan. No, it didn't come with a fan, but it does come with the clips and the vibration pads for the clips. Just a fun little, actually put it in the box properly, a fun little accessory to have for some of the cards I like to play with. Like if I put an NZXT G10 foreshadowing on a 4890, for example, maybe I want to put this on the VRM, because at that point, yeah, it would actually be helpful to have, assuming that it can fit underneath the height of the G10. We'll have to find out at some point. Foreshadowing. We'll go ahead and just toss that on the ground. We have paper. I will reuse this. Recycle, recycle, recycle. That is a lot of paper. There is my invoice, which probably has my name and address on it, so I will be setting that to the side. All right. Things. This box is significantly larger than it really needed to be, but A for effort. I also paid like $50 in shipping for what could have probably fit into a large flat rate box for USPS, but I'm sure they had these boxes sitting around and needed to get rid of them. I am not going to judge. This is legitimately something I needed. It is a 140mm Thermalright tower cooler. I needed a decent tower cooler for a project of mine, This was like $50 new. With the discount, I think I paid $24. Let me actually look at the invoice. Maybe I paid more than that. Yeah, it was $49 originally. So yeah, I paid $25 for it. 24 something. Because it was 50% off. I'm actually not going to unbox this. You can see the model number on the box. This is a really tightly packed, annoying box. TA140. I like that it just says AM4. Like, every Intel socket dating back to 2004, AM4. That's all you get. That's all you need. I will be using that on AM3 Plus, though, so... Haha. This is interesting, insofar as... I'm sure people have these. I'm sure lots of people have these. This is a wall wart that just goes out... It's 12 volt. It just goes out to a 12 volt Molex. I had one of these years and years and years ago that I ran a desk fan off of. No idea what happened to it. So, I saw that they had these in stock. That's upside down. I saw that they had these in stock, and I bought one. There you go. Kind of fun. I am going to run all kinds of terrible things off of this. Mostly fans, but there's other things I can run off of that, like water cooling pumps and various other fun stuff. Hey look, foreshadowed. A Kraken G10. So I have 2 of these already. You can't buy these anymore. At least I can't find them anymore. You can get the replacement for these, which I can't even remember the name of right now. Somebody will say. It wasn't the G12. That was the... They had... I hate NZXT's naming. Or NZXT, if you were so inclined. These are great. I love the hell out of these. You can put pretty much any Asetek cooler onto these, and they have... these backplates are thick enough aluminum that if you want to drill new holes, you can. In fact, I will be drilling new holes so that it can fit onto Vega and Fury X and other. Maybe even like a 3080 or something. Because, honestly, solid little bracket. I like these a lot. I have used these since they originally came out. I have my dual R9 290X build from like 2013 or maybe mid 2014 had them water cooled on these, and some Corsair H60s. Very, very good. Oh, sorry, H50. The H60 was Coolit based. The H50 was the one that had the Asetek water block that actually fit. And my bag of random. This was just a bunch of odds and ends that I kind of was like needing for various projects, or thought I might need. The first and foremost is liquid metal. Yeah, that's it. Just liquid metal. I bought 2 because they were like $7, and then I got 50% off, so it was $7 for the 2 of them. Pretty fucking good. This is heat shrinking material. Actually, multiple sizes of decent heat shrinking material. I have a bunch of little sleeves of heat shrink. I did not have anything this long. These are each like 3 feet, I believe. Very, very handy to have heat shrink this wide. And it's good heat shrink material too. I've bought this stuff from Frozen CPU before. I don't remember if this was like a house brand or just Chinese white label rebrand stuff, but yeah, I've bought this stuff from them before. Kicks butt. Takes a little bit of extra temp to get going, but it shrinks just fine. Next. Oh. The really thin heat shrink. Yes, I bought all of them in different colors because it's easier to identify on the shelf. So there's the really thin stuff. Let's go from the bottom. Oh, yes. So, I can't justify this. It's such an old fan, but they're thin. It's 16 millimeters. And, I didn't have any really thin 92 millimeter fans for various projects like ITX builds, so I figured, what the hell? I'm pretty sure I paid like $5 for this. There's a bunch of that in here, by the way. Yeah, speaking of, some filtered fan grills. I believe these are Silverstone. I don't remember. Or they're just a knockoff of the Silverstone. They're really thick. These will be going on the outside of some case, I'm sure. But they work pretty well. And again, cheap as dirt. I think they were included with the fans, actually. I don't even think I paid for these. Or I did, but they were part of the cost of the fan. Again! Slim fans! Look, alright? I needed some. And I figured, what the hell? They're going out of business, may as well buy some fans. I don't remember. Oh, thermal pads! Very thin thermal pads. So this is... You can kind of see, I guess they're not terribly thin. So I didn't have any really, really nice, thin... Oh wow, there's like 3 sheets in there. Really thin thermal pads for like super, super small, like very precise heat sinks and stuff. I've got a bunch of little like via nano chips that don't really need thermal paste and could use a little bit of stickiness. What's the word I'm looking for? It's gone. I'm not going to remember the word. Anyway, yeah, these are going to be great for those little projects. Otherwise, it's a little thermal pad. There you go. So that's all you need to know. And those were like 90 cents a piece. I'm almost positive. There's the other set. I bought 2 fans, 2 of each of the Slims, 120 and 92. Look, again, if I come across like the need to... for example, if I need to build something in like a Fractal Design Node 202, where I'm pretty sure the maximum heatsink height is like 53 millimeters or 56 millimeters. If you remove the fan filter, you can get up over 60. It ain't much. Having these slim fans on hand would make that very, very easy. Or at least easier. So yes, I have 2 of each. One for... Alright, there it goes. One for each project that I decide on. And then this is one of those, like, everybody has one of these. They're basically cockroaches. I have tons of these. Every single one of them is in use. I went to reach for one a couple of days ago to try and just daisy chain some more fans on my test bench for a board that only has 2 fan headers, and couldn't find any more because they're all in use. So I bought more. Well, 1 more. But yeah, if you don't have these, get some. If you don't need them, too bad, get some anyway. They're like $2 and or even less. And goddamn, they are really handy for when you just need to branch off a couple of fans off a PWM header. I'm pretty sure that's really the end of it. Again, this was... There's no reason for this video to be 12 minutes, but yeah, it's mostly boring crap, but rest in peace, Frozen CPU. You will be missed. I miss buying really low value odds and ends bits and pieces from you guys and not having to go to either eBay or, God forbid, Alibaba or AliExpress or any of those, because you guys were actually based in the US and I could get my shit in like 3 days. So anyway, yes, I will be making videos that don't suck at some point. Bye!